Hello, this is H.C. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV! Let's return the Crystal of the Earth to Troia. One nice thing about the black chocobos is that unlike the yellow chocobos, they'll stay put whenever you land the first time. But then, get back here. But when you get on them again, they'll automatically return home with you. So if you want to take another ride, you gotta pick up another black chocobo. So, just something to keep in mind there. Okay, we got your crystal back for you. How do we tell Golbez or Kane about that? Well, I'll worry about that later. Did they say huzzah? I think she said hurrah. Hooray! How did you know about that? I see you stopped wasting time at the strip club. Ah, okay. So yeah, at this point in the game, once you get on your airship, Kane will take you to Rosa. You cannot go anywhere else in the world on your airship at this point. So if you want to go somewhere else, the only way you can do that is if you use a black chocobo and find a forest to land at. And like the Epop says, you can take the items in their treasure trove now, finally. So, no, not that kind of treasure trove. Do we get a good spanking? Yes, a good spanking. No, just a treasure, that's all. What is this thing, the Triforce? Pretty much. And as long as we're here, you know what, let's pay a visit to Edward. He did kind of save our lives, after all. Hard to believe, but well, there you go. Hey, how's it going? You know, I could give you 400 gil, lend you it to go to the inn. Actually, having Edward around wouldn't be that bad. I mean, he can inflict sleep on enemies and such, and confuse them for free. I wonder, are his harps considered metal? I don't know. I never really thought about it. I suppose I could look it up if I really wanted to, but... Oh, stop feeling sorry for yourself. That's my job. You're a great musician. Aww. Yeah, stop singing! Well, we'll do what we can. Still don't have the MP to cast Meteor. How are we ever going to cast that thing? I like how we're both sides are trying to figure out how to double-cross each other. Like, well, we already know Golbez wants to destroy us at the time of the exchange, and so does Tella. We both want to kill each other. Okay, well anyway, that's everything we can do there with Edward. So, now let's go raid some treasure! Get our reward for getting the Crystal of the Earth back. Troia won't need it anyway. I mean, they don't have any offensive characters. Oh, I got the right one. You know, you'd figure after playing this game 40 times, I would know which one of those three leads to the treasure trove. I actually just guessed, I don't know. But, well, there you go. Yeah, I still don't remember which one's which, but now we get a lot of good stuff. Yeah, look at that treasure! Remedies cost a lot in this version of the game. In the Super Nintendo version that we got in my country, they cost like they cost like 100 gil. But in this version of the game, and the original, they cost 5,000 gil. Now, we're getting all these elemental arrows. I would recommend saving the lightning arrows, because they deal quadruple damage to machine-type enemies, but the other ones, nah, I wouldn't worry about them. Oh, and the silver apple you want to save for later, too. Don't use it on anyone right now. So, what I want to do is I want to take the black chocobo back to the chocobo forest. I want to store those lightning arrows and a couple ruby rings for later, at least 2 of them. And I also want to pull out the mithril staff that I stored away there later and sell my access equipment. So I'm going to take care of all that off screen, rest up at the inn, and then we'll go out to rescue Rosa. Okay, we're all set and ready to go. Just take a quick look at my setup here. Pretty standard. Make sure you got everyone on the Metal Gear now. And what is it? With my inventory, I stored away like the Bacchus wines and the Hermes shoes, because I'm really not going to use those for a while anyway. But make sure you got some spider silks on you. That would be nice. Not critical, but it makes life easier. So let's head on up to rescue Rosa. I like our airship. It looks nicer. Hey, how's it going? Ooh, shiny. Kneel before Zot! I mean, just follow me. Yeah, how do they get those two airships like that? Where's the Tower of Zot anyway? I always wondered that about this game. Ah, it's in the sky. You know, I always thought the Tower of Zot was a floating tower, even when they didn't make it clear with the cutscene like that. Just little details like that. I like how they handled that in this version of the game. He's going to be on loudspeaker, so... I love Golbez's theme. What, you're gonna make me go through a whole dungeon for a hostage exchange? Yeah, pretty much. It is a really cool dungeon, though. I love it. But of course, as we all know, the villains have to have a really high-tech fortress to be in for us to rescue her. Absolutely! Villains always have the high-tech fortresses. But anyway, first things first, let's grab the flame mail. Now, I don't want to equip that on Cecil, because, as you can see, it's resistant to ice, but what they don't tell you is that it makes you weak to fire! And that would be really, really bad for one particular enemy that I'm going to fight around here. Now, well, let's first look for our first new enemy, Purple Bavaroy. At least I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. There's two ways you can deal with these guys. I'm going to use Sphera on them, but if you're trying to conserve MP, you can use Toad on them, and then you can actually damage them normally with your weapons. But anyway, there is one enemy that's kind of hard to meet up with elsewhere in the tower, so I'm going to try and meet up with it right now. Okay, there we go. There's the enemy I'm looking for, Gremlins. For some reason, Gremlins are relatively hard to meet up with elsewhere in the tower. I mean, you can still find them, but they're much more common on the first floor compared to the rest of the dungeon. They are weak to fire! Centaur Knights! They're susceptible to Mini if you run in... Well, you wouldn't run into a lot of them, but you could use it on them if you really wanted to. So, on the first floor, good idea to meet up with the Gremlins there. Let's at least heal up Tella. Now, what I'm going to do with the Tower of Zot this time around is I'm going to make 2 trips. And kill these guys first. Let's see, we got marionettes there. First things first, let's put them to sleep! With the sleep blade there. Now, don't kill all the marionettes, or the marionetteer will summon more of them. So you want to watch out for that. Let's focus on the one in the back row there, if I can. Let's see, marionettes and marionetteers, well, like I said, they're susceptible to sleep. So you want to take out the guy in the back row there first. There we go. Okay, got him. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to make 2 trips through this tower. One to clear out the first couple floors, then we'll back on out of here. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, the Super Nintendo version of the game that we got, they don't have all of those, what are they called? Those arches that I'm walking under, because, well, I guess they thought it was a little confusing. And honestly, I can kind of see that. So, but in every other version of the game, they put them back in. So if you can't tell where to go, well, try harder. Look more carefully. So for my first trip through here, I'm not worrying about my MP. I'm just going to go all out, clear what I can, and go from there. Obviously, the ice liches are susceptible to fire. Now, for this chest here, we want the ice claws. Absolutely, absolutely make sure Cecil does not have the flame armor on. Okay, let's do it! Oh, crap! Oh, this is gonna suck hard. Oh, well, that wasn't that bad, but still. Oh. Okay, come on, hurry up. Now, that wasn't that bad. Let's try... I was going to use Blizzara on him, but okay. Yeah, if you have the flame armor on Cecil, he will kill you! And for defeating him, we get the flame sword. A lot of enemies around here are weak to fire, so... Let's see, can I use warp to get out of here? Well, I can't get all the way out of here, but I can at least go back a floor. There is one more thing that I would like to show you on the way out here. I don't think I showed it in the first LP. Alright, made it. So yeah, basically, you just step back on that tile, you can get right out of the Tower of Zot. You can't go anywhere with your airship, because if you get on it, it'll just take you automatically back there. So now I'm going to rest up, and then we'll head on through the rest of the Tower of Zot. But can I make it to the peak of the Tower of Zot? Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy IV! This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!